Okay, so this is where it gets interesting with our CPS variable, because now we are going to make our upgrade button clickable. Right now, it doesn't do anything when I click on it, but we're going to make it clickable. We're going to make it increase our automatic cookies, okay? So I'm going to come back here and take a look at the instructions here. It says, finally, we need to increase the CPS value when our upgrade button is clicked. So right here, this is a hint on what event we're going to need when our upgrade button is clicked. So we need to have when this sprite is clicked as our event. Now let's keep reading for a second. It says this upgrade costs 50 cookies. If we have enough cookies, it increases our CPS, cookies per second, score. And if we don't, it gives an error message. So let's go back to scratch and let's start out with our event. It's when this sprite is clicked. So I'm going to come to events and I'm going to choose when this sprite is clicked. Now remember we have an if statement in here. If we have enough cookies to afford this upgrade, then we're going to do something with it, all right? So I'm going to come to control and I'm going to choose if then else, because if I don't have enough, I also want it to do something different, okay? So when the sprite is clicked, we have an if then else. Now we need to check and see if we have more than 50 cookies. So in here, we need an operator, and it's going to be this diamond shape to fit inside the condition. Okay, so it's one of these here. And I'm going to be using this one. It compares to see which one is greater. So I want to know if my cookies score is greater than 59, because greater than 49, because greater than 49 is, of course, 50, okay? And inside this white box here, I need to have my cookies variable. I'm checking to see if my cookies score is greater than 49. So I'm going to come down to variables, and I'm just going to choose this version, this little circle, cookies, and it just sits right in there. Okay, so now something is going to happen if cookies is greater than 49. So let's take a look at our instructions again and see what happens if we have enough money to afford it. The first thing we need to do is we need to change our cookie score by -50. And that's because we have to pay cookies to buy this upgrade. So we need to take away the cookies that we're spending. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to come here and we're going to change cookies by -50. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set CPS to CPS plus 1. Okay, so we're adding 1 to our cookies per second variable. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to choose the set variable, but I'm going to set CPS to something. And I needed to set it to CPS plus 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to operators. And I'm going to choose this one here. It's plus. And I'm going to come back to variables and make it CPS plus 1. There we go. So now if I click on this sprite and I have enough cookies to afford it, I'm going to add 1 to my CPS score. Okay. Now, if I don't have enough cookies to afford this upgrade, I just want to tell the user that they can't afford it. They don't have enough cookies. So I'm just going to come to looks and I'm going to give them a message. And instead of saying hello, I'm going to say not enough cookies. There we go. So now I can test it out here and see if it works. I'm going to click on my green flag to start my game. And I'm going to start clicking here. Click, click, click. I need 50 to afford my upgrade. So let's get all the way up to 50. There we go. Now I'm going to click on the extra mouse button. And what should happen is it should take my score down by 50. It should add 1 to CPS, and then it should automatically start adding cookies to my score. Let's see if it works. All right, everything looks good. It subtracted 50, it added 1 here, and now it's going up by 1 every second. Awesome.